Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the sink. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir? Indubitably, sir, but it is with a great lugubriousness that I must disclose that my programmers installed only the masculine honorific, sir. Moreover, they neglected to enclose a parameter by which said honorific might be omitted altogether. Over my most strenuous of remonstrances, sir. Regrettably not, sir. All modules in this habitat are synthetic personalities atop a mundane operating system. There is no intelligence here, sir.
The sink doesn't even know how true that is.
Indeed, sir. Though if sir's aim is to activate them, I lament to inform, sir, that most have been offline for some years. If sir were to ask my opinion, I should venture that sir is better off without them. However, if sir is determined to inflict upon sir's self their dubious services, sir might locate backup personality disks elsewhere in the facility. Tragically, the core operating systems are also located on the personality tapes, sir. Once the tape is installed, sir may request I switch their dialectic interfaces off, and I shall oblige with great delectation. However, sir will still be required to locate and install a backup holotape to access their functionality.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
As I am given to understand, sir, this facility was once the property of a Dr. Mobius. He crafted the personality modules as part of a collection of experiments on the subject of machine-human interface. As to the reason for the unusual choices of devices to receive the modules, I cannot say. In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile. Indubitably, sir.
I think this is all I will need from you for now. There's all kinds of interesting things to
rapturous
do
good morrow
here,
on your
but
return
not
to
much
your
of them are
domicile,
going
sir.
to work.
I trust you shall find things in order and the riff-raff.
Looking fancy in my lobotomite gear. Just go ahead and put the actual armor back on. Where should we go first? Let's head here first.
Intruder, you will not escape the eyes of my robo-scorpions or their pincers.
If I had a personal AI, it would be really hard to come up with a single name that I wanted to use. That's a tricky question. I would be at least heavily, oh, I lost the word that I was thinking of. There would be a very good chance I'd end up naming it Alfred. What a dick move, doggo. Oh no. forgot that healing step. Damn it.
Intruder, you will not escape the eyes of my robo-scorpions or their pincers.
There we go. Also, need to reset the marker. I'm gonna save so if I die, I don't have to do that again. Alright. Let's see, what have we got here? Damn it. Really? Jesus. There we go. That one went better. Lobotomites are actually pretty good for farming stuff to sell, and reasonably decent weapons. The proton axes are actually a pretty good weapon. Stuck. Don't be stuck. There we go. There's actually quite a lot going on around the Big Empty. I think this DLC, maybe the Divide. I think the Divide has a little bit more going on. But other than that, this has like more depth than the other DLCs. I feel like.
I'm a much better tactician than you. It's all in the brain, you see.
He's working. No working. There we go. Cyberdogs are real good at knocking you right over too, which is unfortunate. Okay, where are we at here? Well, this one's gonna be important here. What else? That's probably a good one to boost. I'll go with that. Stonewall. I was just thinking about how that would be handy. That's good too. I need to grab this one at some point, but I don't need to do it while I'm here necessarily. This is a cool perk, but I pretty much never use it because I feel like it sort of takes the fun out of exploring and having to find everything yourself. But that's just me. Some people like knowing where everything is, so it's easier to find everything and explore it. Yes.
Anyone who can understand these messages, you do not belong here. We will find you.
Do I need to climb this thing? I think I need to climb up. That's where I'm headed. Up some more. There we go. There's a lot of random stuff like this around, just laying places with stuff in it. It's not always good stuff, but sometimes it's surprisingly good stuff.
Who gets to clean up all this blood? Me, that's who. For Queen of Pirate!
Mr. Handy would also be a fun name for an AI. At least if your AI was actually handy. Otherwise it might just be a misnomer. Huzzah.
And who gets to clean up all this blood? Me, that's who.
Hey, that was rude. Well, now he's down there. There we go. So this here was what we actually came here for. There's a lot of other stuff to search. Also, Once you get here, not a bad time to start collecting coffee mugs. You can just toss them into the sink in between trips, and then you'll have them to give to Muggy. Eventually, you, if you don't know who Muggy is, will come to understand why we are saving him mugs. Mentats are everywhere here. Like, they are thrown around like confetti. If you keep your eyes peeled, you will find an entire game's worth stockpile of mentats just in this DLC. So if you guys have never played it, the Sierra Madre is another one of the DLCs, and we will learn more about Sinclair and the Madre and the toxins when we play that through. And for anyone who doesn't know, the Y-17 trauma harnesses were basically a suit that was supposed to help people, like, keep them moving if they got hurt or passed out or something, and it would get them back to safety, but they malfunctioned, and instead of doing what they're supposed to do, they pretty much just kept running around with dead bodies in them after the apocalypse because of their malfunctions. So we'll be fighting some of them. I totally feel that. I don't know if I would want a robot in my house. And I would certainly have some concerns. Right here, in this little cubby, another upgrade you want to pick up while you're here, for people who are watching this to get tips for their playthroughs. Now I'm pretty much just raiding all the stuff down here, and we'll have to come back and check some other things out after we can take down these force fields, but we'll get that upgrade later. Here's another one right here. Auto dock upgrade. Those are handy. Doesn't hurt to pick up all the random stuff if you can take it back to the sink and empty your pockets frequently enough. I keep all that random nonsense stuff just in the toolbox beside the workbench in the sink, and then you pretty much always have what you need if you're trying to make something. You've got stuff for me. I don't think there's anything to search down here. Stealth boy. There's stuff. Cool. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. If you were interested, you could look back through the recordings, Scuba Steve, and watch the last time we did the Madre, I tried to make the glitch work where you can actually manage to take home all the gold, but I couldn't get it to work. But we did survive and we made it out. So, you could go back and check that out if you were interested in something to watch outside of the live streams. Alright, so now we're done here. Something is gonna want to fight. If you're ever around here and you're running across these for long distances, keep your head down a little bit. A lot of them have explosives on them, if they actually lead to something worth having. Yes, you stay stuck. I think the Madre is the quest I have spent the least amount of time doing. I've played it through a few times, but I don't always finish my playthroughs. But I pretty much always do Big Mountain because it's my favorite. So I have the best handle on this DLC. But sometimes I get like partway through a game and I've screwed myself out of the way I wanted to play it. Or got too close to the end too quickly and couldn't do the quests I wanted to do, so I just started over. And I don't always finish all the DLCs before I do that. So I've only done it, I think, maybe 3 times I've actually played through the entirety of the Sierra Madre. But after you get through it the first time and you get a sort of handle on it, it is a little bit easier to do the second time. I had a hell of a time the first time I did it. Like, I was so mad, I almost gave up so many times. You want to wait until you're actually prepared for it before you head there. Just sort of exploring and grabbing some locations in between these first ones, and then it's easier to get around later. You end up having to cover the ground back and forth a lot to finish all these quests. So it's not a bad idea to pick up all the locations that you can as you're getting started. Plus then you get more level ups before you actually get into the bulk of the DLC. If you find some of your skills sets are lacking. I try to make a point of leveling up my science before I
The Uncanny Valley Research Center has been canceled until further notice. As in, until someone notices it.
They always have such, you know, knowledgeable sounding and entertaining announcements. You really get the idea that they have a handle of what's going on here. Well, hello! Thank you for joining the stream today. We are in Big Mountain right now, as you may have noticed from what just popped up on the screen. We're just getting started on the DLC. Oh, hello. didn't even really hit him. I'm sure we'll walk past him or something later. Oh, you suck. Go away, Castore. Ah. Now what? I don't know. But now seems like a good time to save, just in case. There we go. Alright, anyhow. Something over here. We should probably have a little snack or something to heal. Our pockets are getting a little bit full. Maybe what we will do is go back here. It is very possible that it is on my end. I think right now on my end it looks like it's doing okay. But I wasn't watching the whole time, of course, because I was looking at my own screen. But hopefully it is working better for you.
Well, how about that? Old auto doc's back online. Well, alright, come here, let's have a look at you. You are, without a doubt, the healthiest son of a bitch I've ever seen wandering the big empty. Ain't got no use for an old digital sawbones like me.
So now we have access to use the auto dock. And once you finish Big Mountain, you'll get a little thing called a transportal ponder. You can use that to come back to Big Mountain after you finish the DLC, so you'll have access to the auto dock and the sink and everything else that we will be unlocking over the next few days.
This man's got a severe case of shoe lung.
Might I be of service, sir?
Hot tip for new people who haven't done the DLC before: if you're going to be doing it, the sink has a glitch. And if you get over, I think it's like over 40,000 caps, it might be 42, I wouldn't push it over 30,000. If you get that many caps in the sink, it will stop paying you out on transactions. So you can still sell at things and repair your equipment, but it will never give you money to sell at things ever again. So if you're planning on using the sink a lot, especially if you're planning on using it for repairs after you finish the DLC, try and keep your caps really balanced in and out so that you don't hit that glitch. Because I've done that to myself pretty early in a playthrough before, and then I'm always just so sad that the sink is like it's not as functional if you can't use it for sales. It's not a huge deal, but it is an inconvenience when you use this location for everything else. Plus then, if you want to use it for repairs, it eats your caps and you can never get them back, so that's bullshit. You can always do your repairs at the 188, but they can only repair up to, I think, 64%, and the Central Intelligence Unit will repair up to 100%. And I think it's the only thing... I can't remember what Eddie and Raoul do for repairs. But it's one of the only things in the game that will repair your weapons and apparel to 100%. And I like that about it.
Very good, sir. If I might suggest a table wine, the 64 Atomic Claret is a lovely little vintage.
These are actually pretty cool. They're really handy. They regenerate health. If you can get the advanced one, it regenerates faster. And they're pretty handy to have if you come in here and you're a little bit lower level. Is it just me, or is the whole stream frozen? Can anybody hear me and like see it working properly? It doesn't look like it's working very well on my end. How does the stream look on your guys' end? Mine is not going well. Thanks for coming in, Scuba Steve. I'm sorry if your stream was having issues like mine is having, but I appreciate you being here, and I hope that we'll see you next time. We'll be back tomorrow for Manic Monday. So I think we'll head for this one now. They're just coming from all the directions. Now they're all just running away from me, and then running back. It's not quite a strategy, but okay. One of them actually got a hit. If you come here, like, straight off the bat, when you first start the game, and don't wait to do much, like, leveling up before you come here, they're actually pretty strong. But if you take the time to level up a bit and build up your strength before you come here, the lobotomites are pretty easy to fight, for the most part. This isn't actually taking me where I want to be, but we were there anyway. Can we get up here? Nope. Down we go. There's stuff like this scattered everywhere. Just stuck in the ground from all the explosions. You can actually find pretty good stuff in some of them. With that. Rude. Oh, boom, boom. It's going the wrong way. There, get lime slushy. Very good. It's one of the things I like about the plasma gun. Just turning everybody into slushies. If I had the cannibal perk, then they could possibly be consumed as slushies. This is a lot of patient counts. Now the weapons. Okay, at least we can walk now. This way. Should probably do a quick save.
Thank you, sir.
are standing on the green pipes. If you are standing on the green pipes, please get off them at once.
I think I might have to go down there to get to where I'm trying to go right now. But where is this marker leading me? Something interesting to discover? Hello.
What's the matter, you? Hands in.
Oh no. Dead. Uh-oh, Skedio. Okay. How far are we from where we're trying to go? It's really not that far. And this is why we remember to save. Because you never know when a surprise fucking pair of Mr. Gutsies are gonna come out of nowhere and murder you. Now there is often a way to do this safely. If you can find the right spot to jump down. Oh. Almost fell. That was almost especially bad. I think we can sneak a little bit down here. Minor damage. Mostly success. And we have found where we're headed. So we should probably do a little save here as well. Always a good idea in this area. This here, the walking eye, there's more of them around in here in a couple places. That's a wild wasteland that I like to point out. There's a couple fun wild wastelands in here. Well, we didn't really need to have a drink, but I guess we did it. Now, I believe what we desire is in this room. Whoops. Ah, yes. That is what we were looking for. That's about all there is in here. But I am going to toss on that rebreather. If anyone doesn't know how to get the rebreather, you get that from the boomers when you do the quest to unsink an airplane for them. So, if anyone's interested in how to get that, it makes exploring underwater a lot easier, and it makes traveling certain places a lot easier because you can just go under the water and cut a lot of time out. There are also a few places in the game with cool stuff that you can only get to if you can hold your breath long enough, which pretty much means you require the rebreather. Stuff like this is hard to search when you have to worry about dying. But I think it's cool that there's like a scuba diving option in Fallout. Also, this is water, remember? So things float up to the top. So don't check the ground, check above you. It may seem unnecessary to collect things like empty bottles and clipboards right now, but trust me, it'll make sense later. Now, we're overcumbered, which I feel like shouldn't make as much difference when we're swimming, but it does, and there's really nothing we can do about that. Let's see what we can do. We're not terribly overcumbered, it's only a little bit. And I think we're ready to get out of here as well. Toasters. You should also collect those while you're here. And actually, if you collect them, you can bring them back anytime after you finish the DLC. So pretty much anytime after you start this one, it's not a bad idea to start collecting toasters. There. Let me up. Stairs then. Stubborn. There we go. So that's about all the interesting that's going on in here. Out we go.